Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. If you did not see the first game, go check that out after this video, but a great bounce back game for the Twins tonight. We are 11-2 now after losses. Like I said, we won tonight 8-3, a great matchup. Like I said, we bounced back and won. That's the most important thing. We scored 8 runs on 15 hits. They scored 3 runs on 7 hits with an error. It's just good. I mean, that's good baseball. Maybe not as productive as we would have liked, but we also had a 5-run lead. That's not really important when you score more than 6 runs, in my opinion, but I don't know what the record is. Zach, that's on you again. How many times when we score 6 runs are we in the win column? I thought it was like 14 or 15 now. So, I mean, when we score runs, we win the game. And obviously that's what the team is built around. Our pitching has just been really good this year. So it all kind of works out, but just a great performance by our hitters. We'll go through that, of course. The only thing that not really concerned me, but Stewart was on the mound tonight, right? So I don't know how many people really were excited about that. He did a good job. He struggled through the first couple of innings, but he found it through the next 3 or 4. He did well. However, there was a major league debut pitcher on the other side of things in Soto. So that's where you go, okay, is this why we pitched Stewart? Perez, who was scheduled to pitch today for the second game, he was on paternity leave. So they brought some guy up, which was Stewart. And then for the doubleheader, they were able to, I think that's what happened. So since he went on paternity leave, they brought up Stewart, and then since it was a doubleheader, they had a 26th man, which was, I think, Duffy. That's why they got to all pitch today. But it was a good game, right? I just don't know if this is the kind of performance we're gonna see from Stewart maybe in the future, or if it was just because he was the more experienced pitcher. Like I said, he did struggle through the first couple of innings. Would that have gone the same way if somebody like Barrios was out there, or if somebody on the other side if Boyd was out there for Detroit? Just kind of give and take, but I do want to definitely know what you guys think about Stewart's performance. Let's go through his performance. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 home run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And you may be like, that seems awfully similar to Pineda. And I'm like, well, yeah, it is. It's very similar. It's literally the same exact thing with less strikeouts and less home runs. The only thing is, I don't think Stewart should have been out there. I don't know what we would have done in all honesty, but Stewart got us through because, in my opinion, because of the rookie on the other side of things. If it was somebody else against a better team or against maybe one of the stronger pitchers on Detroit, I think this would have been a train wreck, to be honest, especially with those stats. Like I said, those are not bad stats, especially for somebody like this making his MLB debut. That's, if you're like, hey, these are the same things as Pineda. What I look at this is this guy's like 10th start in the major leagues. I mean, 2nd this year. 1 was against Houston. This one against Detroit. Those are good numbers for a rookie. Pineda putting those numbers up consistently as his best start, not so good. So that's kind of what my opinion is. He does have an ERA of 6. It's very similar to Pineda. I don't know if this guy is our best option. He did do well today. I mean, he did give up 2 runs in the 2nd and a home run in the 3rd. Am I right about that? Maybe it wasn't a home run. Maybe I'm lost about that. But it was not a home run. Okay. But he gave 1 home run to Castellanos. That was a 2-run home run. And then he gave up a run in the 3rd. But he settled down. And another thing that's different about Pineda and Stewart in this case is Stewart, once he got rid of those runs in the 3rd inning, yes, we were up. And I'll talk about that in 1 second. But once he got through that 3rd inning, he retired like 6, 7, or 8 guys in a row, gave up a double to, I think, Castellanos, and then, or triple, whatever, and then he settled back in and retired like the next 4 or 5, and then he was done. So that's what I'm saying. You see that out of Stewart, a young, rookie kind of guy, and then you look at Pineda, who struggles through almost every inning, and maybe you know what I'm talking about. I mean, he gave up 2 home runs. I think they were back-to-back today, and then He struggled through the third, struggled through the fourth, gave up a home run in the fifth. That's just what he does. He gives up those hits, puts pressure on his defense. In this game, there was pressure in like 3 innings. And like I said, once he settled in, it was fine. Another thing that really affected, well, in my opinion, affects the games is when you score first. And this is on the hitting. It's not only on Pineda. But when you don't score first, Pineda allowed the runs in the second inning. So did Stewart. But we were able to get runs in the bottom of the first. That's a big thing. Now, granted, like I said, Pineda gave up runs in the second. So did Stewart. It could have gone, either way. It is on the batters in that case scenario, I think, where you should score first every time. But it's not going to happen. And a pitcher should be able to pitch, in most cases, especially at Pineda's level, to get through the second inning. So that's just my opinion on that. We're done with talking about pitchers. I do want to know what you guys think about Stewart, what he did tonight. I don't know what our other options would have been if we did not pitch him. But since there's a rookie on the mound, I think it was okay. He got the win for it. It's all good. Then McGill came in. He got a little bit screwed in the 7th inning on some of those pitches, but hey, struck out 2, gave up a walk, and that was 2 of those pitches were strikes. It's fine, gave up a hit, but got through the inning. Morin came in, clean inning, and Duffy struck out the side. How many pitches did Duffy throw? Where is it? Can I not see it? Duffy threw 16 pitches and 11 were strikes. That's pretty good. And like I said, he came up today as the 26th man. He's not going to be pitching every day, but that's good for him when he can get those things. So let's talk about batting. You saw the title. You saw the thumbnail. I want to go right to it. Cron with a 3-run bomb, a line drive hit, sealed the game. So we scored first, right? And like I said, I don't remember exactly what our stats are. I think it's like 14 or 15 and 5 maybe or something like that when we score first. I still want to know what our record is when we score in the first inning. Obviously, it's pretty good if we're the first team to score, but also it's crazy how many times in the last couple of games we've scored in the first inning. Besides the game against Detroit today, I think we scored in every first inning in Toronto and then today. I could be wrong on that, and against Detroit again. So it's like 5 out of our last 6. Could be wrong on that, but that's pretty impressive. So let's go right to the hitting, I guess. So Cron, 3-run blast, sealed the game. That was great. He knew it, and that was awesome. I mean, I loved that home run. It was just a line drive, zip out of here, and that made the game. What at that point it was 7-3. Good night, Detroit. So that put us over the 6 runs. That was a great bounce back. Like I said, 11-2 after losses. Fantastic. So Garver went 1 for 4 tonight. He had a triple, and he almost hit a home run. Yeah, he had a good night. Or did they not? Yeah. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, he had a triple that was really good. It's his 6th career triple. Gonzalez went 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI. One of that was a home run that just barely scraped the wall. I mean, it was in the flower bed coming straight down. That barely cleared the wall. Good for him, though. His 3rd of the year, especially after last night, like I said, with that big collision at first base. I did see that today. Very scary, but good thing he's okay. Hitting bombs like that, you don't have to get in, skirmishes with the first baseman when you hit a home run over the ball over the fence. Okay, so Cruz had a decent night, though, as well. He went 1 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs himself. Rosario in the 4th spot went 3 for 5 with a bunt single. He was hitting the ball good tonight. That's the Rosario we like to see. His average is 238 now. It's climbing. Cron went 4 for 5, a triple away from the cycle. Good for him. A 3-run home run, like I said. Just a beautiful shot. That was great. 261 average for him. That's really good. Then Kepler in the 6th spot, 1 for 4 with an RBI on a sacrifice fly. Scope went 0 for 4. Andrianza went 1 for 4. And Buxton went 2 for 4 with a run. Overall, good night. The top of the lineup, 1 through 6, all got hits. Very good night for all of those guys. And then, Scope was the only guy without a hit, I should say, in our 15-hit game. So, very good for them. Like I said, we are bounce back after losses, and we do well. All these guys getting hits, it looked really, really clean. I actually really enjoyed this lineup as well. They gave Polanco the night off because it was a lefty starter, and he struggles against lefties a little bit. It's good to get Andrianza in there for some experience, especially in a game like this when there's a rookie pitcher, in my opinion. So I think it was good. He did get a hit as a righty, his first righty hit of the year. I think that's a positive thing. I still don't think he should be playing every day, but it's good. It's good for him. Garver in the leadoff spot, still not a fan of that, but it works for now at least. I really like Gonzalez in the 2. I don't know about you guys. I think Gonzalez in the 2 really works. And Kepler at the 6, it's fine. So on nights like this, I would almost want to test. Put Garver in the 5 spot. Put Cron in the 6 spot. Put Kepler in the 8 spot. Put Andrianza in the 9 spot and Buxton up top. I just want to see what that would look like, just because it moves some guys around, puts your heavy hitter still in the middle part of the lineup, and puts some speed around the outside. We do have speed right now on the outside, but I still think Buxton could be leading off, and Polanco getting less at-bats a game, like possibly 1 at-bat less a game. I think that could just help his average just a little bit in certain circumstances. Because right now in the 2 spot, he is getting a lot of at-bats. But lately, he's been going 1 for 4, 1 for 3. If you put him in the 9 spot, he could still go that 1 for 3. And it wouldn't be as tolling on his average in certain situations. That's just my opinion, though. And I think it's an interesting lineup. I think that's what I would put out there just one time. Just I want to see what it happens. But otherwise, the lineup's pretty solid against righties. Lefties, they seem to figure it out, and it looks pretty good. But overall, a great job by the Twins. I want to know what you guys think about Stewart, maybe about that lineup that I said, about Cron's 3-run home run. That was awesome. But other than that, I mean, a very solid win for the Twins. Barrios is on the mound, I believe, tomorrow. I don't think Perez will be back. And this will really shift the starting rotation because of the doubleheader, as well as who pitched, Pineda, and then Stewart. It's going to be interesting to see where we go. I think Barrios is scheduled for tomorrow, though, and if he's our ace, then I would just maybe expect to skip Perez in the lineup one time, go right to Gibson, Odorizzi, Perez, Pineda. That might be how I think I would structure it, but maybe let me know about that too. So a little bit longer of a video. My apologies. Let me know if you watched the whole thing. Very curious about that. But if you guys like what I do here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Obviously, videos every day after a Twins game and discussion videos in between there. If you guys like the Twins, if you like what I'm doing, like baseball, no reason not to subscribe. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below just so I know you're here. We can talk about stuff. Love hearing you guys' opinions and stuff like that. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to come back tomorrow for another one, the series finale on Mother's Day. And that's all I got for you today. We'll see you then. Peace out.